Servus. Warum seht ihr nichts? Also ich sehe zumindest nichts. Was ist mit der Capture Card los? Die Capture Card. Es gibt kein Bild. Aber jetzt müsste es ein Bild geben. Ton ist auch da. Ach, Michi, hör bloß auf. Ich musste mich wieder rumärgern heute. Wie Sie sehen, sehen Sie nichts, ja. Wir können laden und nehmen hier das. Du rolliger Rosettenhengst. So, wo waren wir denn überhaupt? Ah, okay. Raum 507. Und da müssen wir dann auch ein bisschen... Wieder nur Vollpfosten. Nee, Familie. Ihr wisst ja von der Erbangelegenheit, die sich ewig hinzieht. 506. 507. Die sich ewig hinzieht. Und da habe ich heute mal höflichst darum gebeten, dass es mal ein bisschen zügiger vorangeht. Ja. Und habe eine entsprechende Antwort bekommen, die zusammengefasst lautete, ja, du kannst mich mal... Oh, wieder ein Tresor.
Mr. Cruz, huh?
Okay, ein Smoky Moky. Jetzt müssen wir hier wieder rumschnüffeln. Wieso? Muss ich den... Aber den kann ich nicht zur Seite, oder? Nee. Aufmachen. Auch nichts drin. Aber da wird es eine saftige Antwort geben von mir. Keine Sorge. Frosted Pops. Kann ich das irgendwie anschauen? Ne, kann ich nicht. Aber da steht was. Michael, irgendwas. Hotel Clarington 507. Ja, okay. Ja, ist ein Stift. Ja, Marian ist es. Und man sieht halt den Charakter. Sobald es um Kohle geht, sind sie die Ersten. Aber sonst immer drauf geschissen.
Oh, Michael. Adults can be so confusing. I promise it's not you.
Was ist mein
So you were eager to set up a meeting, but didn't want anyone noticing. Did Marcella send this?
Sonst noch was? Ich habe ein sehr ausgeprägtes Konfliktpotenzial. Und das werde ich da mal ein bisschen ausleben. Nicht wahr? Ich brauche nicht glauben, dass man mir auf den Sack gehen kann. Michael. Okay, da ist auch nichts. Hier wurde
Funny
gespielt.
how some games really stand the test of time. I used to play this with Mom all the time. Sounds like this is from your school days, but the name of the sender is smudged.
Okay.
Funny how some games really stand the test of time. I used to play this with Mom all the time.
Ja, ja, das wissen wir schon.
So a husband can abuse his wife and just get away with it? And people like Linda still think divorce is wrong? Ugh.
Gut, das haben wir auch.
Locked. The key has to be around here somewhere.
Ah, scheiße, wir müssen wieder Schlüssel suchen. Data. Was noch? Was noch? Was noch?
Aw, that's so sweet. I didn't do much, but I'm glad it meant something to you.
Oh, da liegt ein bisschen Geld. Komm.
Those few coins in my tip jar were getting pretty lonely. They'll appreciate the company. That look in your
Das kam mir auch
eyes.
gerade in den Sinn.
What does it
An die musste ich
mean?
auch gleich, an
And
Greta
who's this
Thunfisch
from?
musste ich auch denken. So, okay, das haben wir. Da ist nichts mehr drin. Aber was ist mit dem? Ist das vielleicht was? Nein, nochmal. Okay. Also ich habe ein paar von den besonderen Sorten mal probiert, aber das Original schmeckt mir am besten, muss ich sagen. Noch mehr Zettel.
He's all but outright threatening you. Oh, I hope you can stay as far away from him as possible. A lovely shade of lipstick.
Gut, Eichhölzer. White Cat. Okay, ein Bötchen. Das? Na? Ach, das ist ein Nagelknipser, okay. Hier ist noch was.
Looks like someone grew tired of looking at your face, Mr. Beaumont.
Wie flüssige Marmelade. Das klingt fast schon ein bisschen eklig. Okay, aber wir können... Mit dem Tresor können wir nichts machen. Lass noch mal schauen, ob wir wirklich alles haben. Warte mal, was ist das da unten? Mit Kohlensäure. Eieieiei. So, okay. Dann lass mal schauen. Wo könnten sich denn Schlüssel verstecken? Haben wir alles gelesen. Hier irgendwo. Ist nicht ein bisschen verdächtig, dass die Nähte da offen sind, die es eigentlich zuhalten sollen? Da ist auch nichts.
Aha! Keys are Snoop's best friend. I'll need another key to unlock this. Haven't I seen one just like this somewhere?
Ach, es braucht noch einen zweiten, okay. Gut, der lag jetzt ziemlich offensichtlich auf dem Teller rum. Der ist bestimmt hier irgendwo, oder? Aber ich kann mit dem Auto nichts machen. Ich hätte jetzt vielleicht gedacht, dass das Kind in irgendwie hier rein. Aber ist das nicht ein Deluxe? Ein Deluxe-Kaffee, wenn der Affe die Bohnen wieder ausgeschissen hat? Wo könnte jetzt noch so ein Schlüssel liegen? Das wollen wir besser nicht wissen. So, das haben wir auch angeschaut, oder? Lass mal kurz rausgehen und wo ist unser Wagen?
Let's put those on the bathroom shelf. Another day, another dirty dish to pick up. I'm sure I'll find more laundry to add to the pile.
Okay, gut. 507.
Oh, I left the clean towels on my cart.
Ein Ring. Ich schmeiß den weg. wir auch schon gelesen. Schmeißen wir auch weg. Ey, das ist doch kein Schlüssel. Schau mal, ich komme hier rein, schmeiß alles weg und keiner sagt was? Weiß ich nicht. Kann man den nicht zur Seite räumen?
That key looks so familiar. Why do I associate it with room 505?
Ah, okay. 505. Also müssen wir einmal zurück. Hier soll jetzt irgendwo ein Schlüssel liegen.
Lindsay, did something happen between the two of you before she died?
Stimmt. Aber vielleicht hat er den im Tresor. Das ist doch der erste Raum hier, den wir gemacht haben, oder?
Ah, there you are. With Marcella. God knows where she is.
Clarington Hotel reception desk, Andrew speaking.
Hey, Andrew.
Sophie, crazy timing. I've got something for you.
Oh, what is it?
I heard a certain Mr. Cruz and a Mr. Morgan had an argument yesterday evening.
Really? Who told you that?
Jacques did. Apparently, it got so heated he had to get involved. And it sounds like we were on the right track, because he heard a particular word thrown around quite a lot. Can you guess what it is?
Affair?
Exactly.
How bad was the fight?
I think Jacques got in the middle of it before it got too intense, but he said Mr. Cruz looked like he was about to kill Mr. Morgan. So Mrs. Cruz must be having an affair with him, right? And her husband found out?
Maybe, but that doesn't explain Mrs. Beaumont's involvement with Mrs. Cruz.
What do you mean?
I found a chest in room 507. I think it can only be opened by turning 2 keys at once. I found one of them in Mrs. Beaumont's things.
What about the second one?
Well, I remembered seeing a similar key in one of Mr. Morgan's stocking pictures, so I went back to check. Mrs. Cruz wears it as a pendant. It looks identical to Mrs. Beaumont's key.
Let me get this straight. Mrs. Beaumont and Mrs. Cruz own identical keys that open a chest with 2 locks? Okay, there's definitely something going on between them.
I think Mrs. Cruz and Mrs. Beaumont might be the ones having the affair.
Really? Well, it is the 1950s
Hallöchen.
after all. I guess anything's possible. Did you find any clues that might support this?
Nothing concrete. I mean, I did find a letter that suggests they may have gone to college together, but they could just as well be good friends, right?
Yeah, that's probably more likely.
I guess we'd know for sure if we could have a look at that chest, but I don't think I'll be able to open it. I've looked around room 509.
So kommt sie
I
immer
would've
rein,
seen the
Marian.
second key if it was
Die hat's
there.
einmal mit einer anderen Begrüßung versucht und dann konnte ich sie nicht verifizieren.
Probably.
We were so close. I can't believe it all ends here.
Wegen Popöchen.
If you get me a candle and some plaster, I may be able to do something about that chest.
How?
I'll tell you later, okay? Just find those things, and I'll meet you in the basement as soon as I can.
All right. Thank you for not giving up.
I would never give up on you.
Maurice, servus. Ach, das ist das Rasiermesser, ja. Komm, das schmeißen wir auch weg. Was soll der Geiz? Das ist ein Kamm. Schmeißen wir auch weg. Da ist auch nichts. Schmeißen wir auch
hope you're
weg.
eating those beans. One man's trash is another maid's trash. Something tells me you won't be missing this.
Wir hauen alles weg. Oh, die Musik hat sich geändert. Haben wir auch gelesen, oder? Ja. Wir schmeißen alles weg. Ui.
Oh.
Was ein Wüstling. Schau dir das an. Schmeißen wir auch weg. Wir schmeißen alles weg. Das haben wir uns auch angesehen. Weg damit. Aber warum sagt sie 505? Hallo Marc, servus. Okay, da war auch nichts. Das schmeißen wir auch weg. Wir sind da rigoros. Wir hauen alles weg, was geht. Aber wir suchen den Schlüssel. Wo soll denn der sein?
Another day, another dirty dish. I'm sure I'll find more laundry to add to the pile.
Servus Markus. Wie ist die Lage? Wir sind auf der Suche nach einem Schlüssel. Aber ich glaube, hier ist kein Schlüssel. Was jetzt auch nichts. Höchst belastend. Höchst belastend. Aber sie sagte, lass mal in 505 reingehen. Das ändert sie irgendwie da dran. Aber auch nur die Bibel drin. Was ist hier? 8 Jacks-Tücher. Und vollgejackste Socken. Okay. Ach so. Hier könnte ja vielleicht noch was sein. Aber scheint mir nicht. Da ist auch nichts. Komm schon. Nö. Ja gut, jetzt fehlt mir so ein bisschen die Fantasie.
Plaster and candles. Well, half the hotel's under renovation. I should be able to find plaster somewhere around here.
Ah, okay. Ich muss was anderes finden. So. Lass mal schauen. Vielleicht hat der hier ja was. Nee. Hier können wir nichts nehmen. Auch nicht. Aber wo soll ich denn... Erster ist, glaube ich... Ah, vielleicht hier? Nee, auch nicht.
I've never seen two people more suited for each other. Eugene's a pro at fixing the fuse box whenever there's a power outage. Wait, Sophie, you don't need these. Be careful. It's a slippery slope towards becoming a hoarder.
Okay. Plaster und Candles. Plaster, hier.
Great. This takes care of half of this little scavenger hunt. As for the candles, doesn't Rebecca keep some in her locker downstairs?
Ah, jetzt müssen wir doch wieder runter. Schade, schade, Marmelade. Dann holen wir uns ein paar Kerzen. Oh, da liegt ein Bild.
To be tossed aside by your best friend like that? Oh, Wendy, that's a special brand of
Oh,
heartbreak.
da ist Rebecca. Aber die hat keine Kerzen. Oder?
So you do have a stash of candles. But where is it?
Ja, hier nicht.
I'm good. It's locked.
Das?
All right. We're getting somewhere. Now, to resist the temptation to spend it on a burger at Harry's. Ugh, yeah. This stung a bit. I should be a bit more discerning. Fine. Keep your secrets, locker. Off limits.
Ah, jetzt aber. Aber wiederum keine Kerzen.
It's locked.
Was hat der Dude? Und Ananas bekomme ich nicht
Off
runter.
limits.
Ja, wer schon. Also, da muss schon einiges passieren, dass du sagst, ich hau mir irgendwo Ananas drauf.
Yvette's and Susan's favorite activity. Talking about
Da muss
what can I
viel
say?
passiert sein.
It was a very nice mixer. What can I say? It was a very nice mixer.
Er hat auch keine
Wish I
Kerzen.
understood you better, Yvette. You and Wendy had such a close friendship. Why throw it all away? Well, I think your haircut looks good, Reb.
Hm.
Tempting, but every penny adds up, Sophie. Tempting, but every penny adds up, Sophie. Linda, you're not even trying to hide the daggers in your eyes. Wendy definitely deserved this, but the next one is mine.
Auch nichts. Richtig, Markus. Ganz genau so schaut's aus.
Mrs. Beaumont seemed perfectly nice to me.
Wo soll ich jetzt Kerzen hinbekommen? Seit Steppert oder was?
Maybe Bobby took some candles from Rebecca already.
Ja, aber Bobby haben wir doch schon angeschaut, oder nicht? Ah nee, das sind ja nur die Mädels.
Oh, right. My keys are still in the break room. Tempting, but every penny adds up, Sophie.
Are you here to apologize?
Oh, da schmatzt einer.
I'm not the one who should be apologizing. You're such an idiot. I can't believe that I fell in love with you. Wait. What? I want my mother's ring back. There. I don't want it.
Okay. Ganz normaler Ehestreit da. never keep stealing my lunch. Es könnte ich sein, der dein Mittagessen klaut. Und es tut mir nicht leid. Hier sind auch keine Kerzen. Da ist der Schlüssel.
Hold on to these tight.
Jetzt haben wir den Master-Schlüssel.
Don't worry, gossiper. I'm coming back to you. I still haven't learned all of Gracie Jones' secrets.
Ananaspizza. Solange ich nichts schmecke, versuche ich es mal. Das ist eine gute Idee. Da kannst du wenigstens sagen, du hast es versucht.
Did I remember to punch in this morning?
So, jetzt haben wir den Schlüssel. Und was machen wir damit?
It's locked. Off limits. It's locked. Open sesame? Nope, no luck. Off limits.
Ja, aber nirgendwo sind... nirgendwo ist... Sind wir in der Wäschekammer? Und hier sollen Kerzen sein? Interessante Waschmaschinen sehen aus wie kleine U-Boote.
Ooh, is this a movie script?
$2,16. Oh, da sind Taler. Komm, lass die wegsnipen. Geht nicht. Seife. Auch nichts. Da. Da sind Kerzen.
Got a candle. Now, what next? Let's see if Andrew is around.
Oh. Wer ist denn Andrew überhaupt?
There you are.
Ah, er.
I'm not sure I understand what the plan is here.
Well, I remember reading a spy novel, I can't remember the title, it wasn't that good, in which they used wax and plaster to make a key mold. I'm thinking we could do the same.
Are you sure it's gonna work?
Sure? No. In the novel, they used a special kind of wax, not candle wax. But I think it's worth a shot.
Yeah, you're right.
So let's do this, shall we?
Was kommt jetzt? MacGyver?
First step, pour the wax, I suppose? Careful though, the pot's probably hot. That's it. Nicely done. Next step, put the key in. Better wait a few seconds before removing it. Looks good. pretty sure you can take it out now. I think we're almost done. All that's left is to pour the plaster from the cup into the mold. Good job. So now we wait until it's dry, I guess.
How long do you think it's gonna take?
A few minutes, probably. We can poke it every now and then to check.
I bet you didn't think you'd be making a plaster key today, huh?
No. But I like it. I feel like I'm in one of those novels I spend my days reading.
Yeah, I always see you with a book in your hands. Do you write as well?
Oh, no. I'm terrible.
So you've tried.
I thought for a while it would be my true calling, but one of my roommates read my manuscript and assured me it wasn't for me.
Also ich stehe meist auf dem Boden.
What did you write?
Oh, a while back I went through a rough patch, so someone close to me suggested I write my autobiography. She thought it might help.
That sounds interesting.
It's really not. Trust me, my life doesn't deserve to be told in a book. And what about you? Do you write?
Not really. I mean, I have this journal in which I write about my day and stuff, you know? And sometimes I scribble down some story ideas, but I've never had the time to properly develop them.
Hey, why don't you come over sometime? We could read each other's writing. What do you think?
Okay.
Du willst
why
jedoch
not?
nur ans
Just
Höschen.
promise not to laugh.
I won't laugh at
Ziemlich
yours if
billige
you don't
Masche.
laugh at mine.
Komm zu mir nach Hause
But
und lies
seriously,
mal meine
I'm
Bücher.
sure you're underselling yourself. With all the things you see in guests' rooms, that brain of yours must be bursting with great ideas.
Maybe. We'll see.
Oh, look. I think our key double is dry and ready to go.
I can't believe it worked. I could not have done this without you.
Well, I'm glad I was able to be of some help. I should get back upstairs, though. I've been gone far too long already. Let me know how it goes with the key. Oh, and you should probably be careful when you turn it. Otherwise, it could break inside the lock.
Yeah, I'll be careful. Thank you for everything.
You're welcome, Sophie.
Okay, gut. Dann können wir wieder nach oben, glaube ich. In 507. Können wir hier noch was aufmachen?
It's locked.
Aha, schau.
The way they look at each other. You can tell it's the real deal.
Komm, das schmeißen wir weg.
I'm good. Andrew? Gosh, I hardly recognized you. Guess this is from a different lifetime. Figures that if you were going to break any rules, it'd be the ones about which books you came. What happened to you before you came to Montreal? Why don't you want to go back home? Fine. Keep your secrets locked. People don't usually leave these unlocked.
Ja, mehr zum Schnüffeln.
Beth definitely doesn't want more reasons to have to talk to guests, especially if it involves apologizing. No candles, but this looks like the laundry room. That must be the location of Rebecca's stash.
Mhm. Bisschen spät, aber gut. So, 505 war es, oder? Oder 507? Labusterperlen? Ja, sind schön knusprig.
Careful, Sophie. You don't want this key to break.
Ja, ich kann nichts machen.
Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Her alliterative name will surely take you back. These two sure love their riddles. Huh. Marcella invited you to the movies. Let me guess. You said yes. Doris Day. That's an alliteration, isn't it? Doris. I-S.
Muss ich jetzt alles durchgehen? Ja, mehr ist es nicht.
Doris Day. That's an alliteration, isn't it? Doris. I-S.
Okay, das war's. Und jetzt?
That riddle's a toughie. Maybe I need a fresh pair of eyes on it.
War da nicht noch? Kann ich das aufheben? Nee. Warte mal, 5. Warte mal, wie hießen noch mal die Bar? Habe ich das in meinen Unterlagen vielleicht? Cat color with the name creator subscribed. Okay, dann lass mal schauen. Aber ich kann da ja noch nicht mal was ausfüllen.
Doris Day. That's an alliteration, isn't it? Doris. I-S.
Ja, aber was muss ich denn machen? Verstehe es nicht. Ah, muss ich vielleicht diese, ich glaube, das war hier. Aber anscheinend nicht.
There's no shame in asking for help, Sophie. Two heads are better than one, especially when dealing with riddles.
Okay, also muss ich hier unseren Wüstling anrufen, der uns an die Titulatur möchte. So, Telefon.
Clarington Hotel reception desk. Andrew speaking.
Hey, Andrew. Got a minute?
I always have time for you.
I opened the chest in room 507.
Huh? It worked.
Yeah, I really wasn't sure, but our little key's sturdier than it looks.
Yeah. So, what's in the chest?
A riddle.
A riddle?
I think it was written by Mrs. Beaumont for Mrs. Cruz.
Jedes
And I
leere
think the answer will
Lokal
give
im
me the
Barbershop.
combination for a case I found in room 509. I could use your help with it, though.
That's awesome. I love riddles. Tell me.
Wir haben auch Five
which one
Guys,
caused you
Michi.
trouble?
Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Do you know what this could mean?
This really isn't my area of expertise. Hey,
Und
Beth?
Barbershop
You know
braucht man
bars,
nicht.
right?
Gibt's bei Michi um
Not all
Mitternacht.
of them. What about one that has a color in its name? Like the orange chair or the blue lagoon or something?
Well, there's the white cat, but I don't think that's your crowd.
Oh, it's not for me, but thanks.
Five Guys
get that,
ist
Yeah, I
ein
did.
Burgerladen Deluxe.
But I'm not sure I understand what it means.
Well, if her favorite bar is indeed the white cat, then it means we're looking for...
A black cat.
Exactly. So maybe you should look around to see if there's some reference to a black cat in Mrs. Beaumont's stuff.
Okay, I will.
Is there anything else?
Here's another one. Her alliterative name will surely take you back.
Intriguing.
Yeah, I'm not sure what alliterative means.
Oh, it's a series of words that start
Ganz im
with the
Glück
same
haben wir
sound
auch, ja.
or letters. Like
Und Five Guys ist für ein Menü, also ein Burger, Pommes und ein Getränk, 26 Euro.
A little bit. It could mean a lot of things, though.
you should look for a name and surname that start with the same letter. And I think the take you back part is a clue as well. It sounds familiar. Maybe it's a quote from a book or lyrics from a song. If that's the case, you should look for writers.
Five
or
Guys
singers'
ist
names.
lecker.
Alright.
Aber das
Ja,
kann ich mir nur einmal im Jahr leisten, wenn ich es mir
You're
zuvor vom
much
Munde
better at
abgespart
riddles than I
habe.
am.
much better at snooping, so we complete each other. Anything else I can help you with?
No, that's all. Thank you.
My pleasure. I'm just glad I could finally put my riddle-solving skills to good use. Call me when you've opened that case.
You know I will.
Aber schmeckt richtig geil. Five Guys ist lecker.
Doris Day. That's an alliteration, isn't it? Doris. I-S. Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Her alliterative name will surely take you back. These two sure love their riddles.
Ich nehme immer den Peanut Butter Shake.
A cat named Greta. G-R.
Da gibt's auch nichts. Hm. Hallo Nicole.
Funny how some games really stand the test of time. I used to play this with Mom all the time.
Das ist blöd, dass wir es weggeschmissen haben, gell? Die Streichholzschachtel. So wieder hackeln.
So, GR from Greta and IS from Doris. Gree? Could that be the code for the case on the bed in 509? It's worth a try.
509. Sind wir denn 6? Ne, die Richtung, glaube ich.
No combination, no entry.
Welche Box meint sie denn hier? War hier noch irgendwas? Ah, stimmt. Das Ding.
novelist, Bridget Boswell, is actually you, Marcella? After all this, turns out you're a fan of Bridget? Of Marcella? That's a lot sweeter than I expected.
Okay, da ist aber auch nicht mehr.
There's a lot of stuff in here. I don't think I've looked at everything yet.
Ah, okay.
I'm glad you were able to open an advance on my salary. Oh, Lindsay's a man. Yeah, I guess it was presumptuous of me to think otherwise. Oh, Anne. Murder might be a bit much. So the symbols I've been deciphering, you invented them back in the day to keep your love secret. That feels really special. I do like a happy ending. I just hope... Oh, so you came to Montreal under the pretense of celebrating your wedding anniversary. But all along, you meant to reunite with Anne.
So this was all a story about star-crossed lovers, with the lovers in question being Mrs. Beaumont and Mrs. Cruz?
Seems like it, yeah. But I'm not sure whether they chose to meet here just to reconnect for a few days, or if there's something more to it.
Actually, I think I can help with that.
Really? How?
Well, some mail just arrived here for Mrs. Beaumont.
You've opened it, right?
What? Of course not. I mean, it's illegal.
Aren't you intrigued?
Of course. But I can't just... Oh, all right. I'll open it.
I'm a bad influence on you.
Well, you've been doing all the snooping so far. It's about time I take a little risk, too.
So, what's in it?
It's a tourism pamphlet for California and 3 train tickets. What do you think this means?
I'd say Anne and Marcella are probably planning to run away from their husbands. Those train tickets must be for them and Michael.
So you're on a first-name basis now, huh?
Well, after reading so much of their correspondence, I kind of feel like I know them, you know?
Yeah, like characters in a book. I have to say, though, I'm still a bit confused as to how Paul fits into all of this.
Turns out he's a big fan of Marcella.
He is?
War ja klar, dass
She
der
writes
dann
pulp fiction
getaugt hat.
under his pseudonym.
Nicole.
I think her books gave Paul a chance to get out of his
Wüstling.
own head while he was staying in a psychiatric hospital.
I get it. Books have always been a way to escape for me, too. But why did he have pictures of you?
We'll probably never know. I think the trail ends here.
I guess investigations in real life always have some loose ends. I was kind of hoping we'd have this big third act reveal, to be honest.
At least it made our day pretty interesting.
Oh, Glühwein
That's
ist
for
lecker, ja.
sure. It helped me understand you better, too.
Oh?
Why you snoop, I mean. Piecing together people's stories, learning what makes them tick. It makes you realize we may have more in common than it seems.
Davor erst trinken, alles klar.
You're right. Which is why the next story I'd like to learn is yours, Andrew.
Oh? Am I gonna find you snooping through my apartment next?
No.
I I would love to share my story with you, Sophie. You're the first person in a long time who's made me feel like I can.
Wusste ich doch, der will ja an die Wäsche.
See me when your shift ends? We could leave together if you'd like.
Sure. If we're able to. With all that snow, I'm thinking maybe we'll have no choice but to spend the night here.
I guess that wouldn't be so bad. We could set up a pillow fort on the mezzanine.
A pillow fort? We do work in a hotel, you know. There are actual beds here.
Oh, I wouldn't be sleeping. I've got a reading list the size of the Eiffel Tower. This would be the perfect chance to put a dent in it.
That does sound like fun. I could bring my magazines and, ooh, maybe light some of Rebecca's candles.
Now I kinda hope we do get stuck here.
I just have to finish my tasks for the day, and then I can leave.
Ja, und was sind die? Muss ich denn machen? Oh, oh, da kommt jemand. Da ist eine Blutspur gewesen. Da hat jemand wen abgemurkst.
Mr. Cruz?
Den Glühwein-Express. Ja, Weihnachtsmarkt ist schon nice. Wenn man sich jetzt nicht unbedingt einen LKW aus dem Rücken zahnen muss, dann passt es schon.
Oh God. Oh God. Mr. Cruz's life insurance policy. Why did he have this on him? Marcella? Okay, let's not jump to conclusions. Is this about Paul? Does that mean... What do I do? I need help.
Okay. Also rufe ich wen an? Grandpa, jetzt stell dich nicht so an. Ja. Kann mir halt einfach mal einen 40-Tonner aus dem Rücken zahnen. Geht keiner hin. Gottes Willen. Jetzt haben wir so richtig Trouble hier.
Hello? Is anyone in? Hello? I need help. Hello? Is any...
Oh oh. Da ist die Mordwaffe. Was war letztes Jahr, Mark?
Should I hold on to this, maybe? Poor Paul. Lindsay's death really hit him hard. He hasn't been in the best headspace. 9:45? So, Anne and Mark... Looks like Paul had to stop writing in a hurry. What happened? I was listening to the radio at the time. Did the music drown out the noise?
Jeder liebt sich? Nee. Nicole, nee. Menschen sind trotzdem Arsch.
So Paul's work with Marcella was to follow... He followed Marcella to Montreal even though she was done with her research.
Fluppen.
A, B, and Beaumont. These look like Marcella's pearls. What happened here?
Wird die jetzt auch abgemurkst?
This can wait. There are more pressing matters right now, Sophie.
Which? Ja, Nicole, das stimmt. Winter ist viel schöner als Sommer. Da bin ich dabei. Endlich hast du mal ja Ahnung, gell? Erst. Ui, schau mal.
This can wait.
Die kühlen ihre Sektflaschen im Klo.
There are more pressing matters right now, Sophie.
Spinnst da ein bisschen? Ja, Entschuldigung, wer Ananaspizza isst, was soll man da sagen? Erst. Da kommen wir auch nicht hin.
This can wait.
Ja, was soll ich denn jetzt machen? Na, fix nicht. Manchmal, da verzeugt schon ganz schön ein Kas, gell? Erst. Hier ist sie auch nicht. Die ist hier bestimmt noch irgendwo. Gut, sie fix. Wo ist sie?
There are more pressing matters right now, Sophie. This can wait.
Hier ist auch nix. Siehst, Nicole? Da haben wir's wieder. Da verzeugt wieder AKs. Hier ist die auch nicht. Hm.
Hello? I need help.
Ja, aber hier...
Hello? Is anyone in? Hello?
Du hast doch einen Schlüssel, Sophie. Jetzt...
I have to get the power back on.
Ah, okay. Dann sagt es doch.
need this to restore power. It's too big. I guess I'll need that worked, thank God. Now, to get the power back.
Och, Marian, das musst du bitte machen. Woher soll...
How did this end up here? Not much use without the rest of the code. Unless those numbers I found in the laundry room, could they be part of the same combination? Eugene, what I would give to have you with me right now. Your note will have to make do.
Marian, du bist hier der Elektriker, gell? Safe-Kombinationen.
Not much use without the rest of the code. Unless those numbers I found in the laundry room, could they be part of the same combination?
Och, Mann. Wo 16? Ja, warum nicht, Marian? Sei doch mal ein bisschen international. 216. Fünf null neun 23 2.
Not much use without the rest of the code. Unless those numbers I found in the laundry room, could they be part of the same combination? No power. I think I need to change all of the blown fuses.
Aber ich muss nur die 3 tauschen. Scheint so. So.
How does Eugene do this again? Fuses. I probably need new fuses.
Ja, hier ist doch noch.
How does Eugene do this again? Fuses. I probably need new fuses. How does Eugene do this again? Fuses. I probably need new fuses. How does Eugene do this again?
Ja,
Fuses. I probably need new fuses.
sehr gut. Warte mal, wir haben doch irgendwo haben wir noch welche gesehen. Ach man, hier muss deppert die ganze Zeit umeinander laufen erst. Woher soll ich denn jetzt noch wissen, wo die Sicherungen gewesen sind? Ja, hier sicher nicht. Irgendwo haben welche rumgelegen, glaube ich. Aber war das in einem Raum? Ich glaube nicht.
Getting the fuse box open was half the battle. Now I need to take a look inside and fix what needs fixing.
Ach, wirklich. Irgendwo haben wir noch welche rumfliegen sehen. Weiß nur nicht mehr, wo das war.
I don't think there's anything here that would help me.
Ach. Oder war das hier im Gang irgendwo? Gleich da hinten. Wir gehen mal nach hinten durch, weil ich glaube nicht, dass in den Zimmern Sicherungen liegen. Vor allem hier ist Erster nix. Ja, hier ist ein bisschen blutig. Hier hat er noch Zeugs liegen. Da sind nur Kippen.
Can't call Eugene for help, but he did leave some instructions inside the fuse box. That's the next best thing.
Ah, der hat da Informationen da gelassen. Was ist das? Ah ne, das war Jojo. So. Outage, I'm busy preventing another part of the solder from collapsing. Here's what to do. Check fuse box plan for requiring amperage of each socket. Remove all blown fuses from socket. Screw in fuses. Make sure amperage is correct. Click big lever. Safe-Kombinationen. Mal 768.
How does Eugene do this again? Fuses. I probably need new fuses.
Ich weiß, dass irgendwo eine rumgelegen hat in irgendeinem Raum. Okay, das heißt, wir müssen alles absuchen. Warte mal, vielleicht in dem, wo er die, was ist das? 507? Ich glaube hier. Hat der da oben? Ne, das sind nur seine Filme. Das ist ein Pinsel. Hier ist auch nichts. Du, 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 du. Da ist auch nur ein Nagelknipser. Was ist das? Ah, okay. Ne, andere Richtung. Auch eine komische Badewanne, oder? Soll man sich da reinsetzen, so dass gerade mal nur Hälfte vom Sack mit Wasser bedeckt ist? Nix. Oder war das unten im Keller? Aber wir kommen ja nicht runter. Wir kommen ja nicht runter, weil der Fahrstuhl außer Gefecht gesetzt worden ist. Also muss ja hier irgendwo Zeugs liegen.
There are more pressing matters right now, Sophie.
Scheiße, jetzt sind wir wieder hier. No! Mach mal jetzt. Zeit spielt keine Rolle.
Hello? Is anyone in?
Geht nicht. Danke fürs Teilen, Marian. Ich fühle mich dir jetzt wesentlich näher.
Hello? I need help.
Okay, wir sind bei 504. Er kennt auch einen Scheiß hier. Auch nichts. Okay, 504 ist nichts.
Getting the fuse box open was half the battle. Now I need to take a look inside and fix what needs fixing.
Ja. Weil ihr würdet auch nicht im Ansatz eine Männergrippe durchstehen. Dann wäre sofort Hufe hochgerissen.
can wait.
Das kann warten, dies kann warten, jenes kann warten. So, das war jetzt 505. Das ist 504, da waren wir gerade. Warum sollte hier eine Sicherung rumliegen? Ja, da ist nix.
There are more pressing matters right now, Sophie.
Nee, nix. Okay, das war 506. Jetzt kommt 507. Das sind, glaube ich, Lockenwickler, oder? Hier ist auch nichts. Eine Sicherung. Das war jetzt 507. Was der Unterschied ist? Grippe ist Grippe. Nee, eben nicht.
Does carrying this everywhere really make us better maids? Being invisible has always come easy to me. Everything must disappear. Telling apart the treasure from the trash can be tricky sometimes. This can wait.
Hier ist nichts. 508. 509. Machen wir erstmal 08. Ja, wie soll ich denn hier was sehen? Hier nochmal reingeschaut.
There are more pressing matters right now, Sophie.
508. 509. Na, das ist ein Trottel. Ganz einfach. Sind nur Rosenblätter. Auch nix. Ja, Maurice, besser nicht. Es gibt immer irgendeinen Idioten, der sich auf den Schlips getreten fühlt. So, jetzt haben wir hier alles durchsucht. Ach, Nicole, wir sind bei vielen Dingen sind wir einer Meinung. Winter, Weihnachtsmarkt. Nur hin und wieder. Was soll's da schmarrn? Ja? Aber das war's da. Hier mit der Ananaspizza und so. Ich glaub, dir brennt der Hut. Kruzifix. Ja gut, ich habe jetzt jeden Raum durchsucht. Ich weiß nicht, wo jetzt noch hier irgendwo eine... wo hier noch irgendwo eine Sicherung sein soll. Nicht dein Ernst. Die liegt hier rum, oder was? Willst du mich eigentlich verarschen?
Nothing. Maybe I need to move some things around.
Hä? Woher soll ich jetzt wissen, welche was ist? Kann ich die anschauen? Nee, kann ich nicht, oder? Ja. Kacke. Gut, dann machen wir 3. Wir machen Viereck. Nein, mach mal nicht. Hier mach mal Viereck. Damit ich sie rausziehen kann. Oh, die Gurken auf dem Cheeseburger sind so lecker. Oh, die konnte ich so wegsnacken. So, wir müssen hier noch was machen. Wenn wir es machen können. Was ist nur los mit euch? Erklären's mir das einmal. Halt die Frage, soll ich jetzt alles wieder aufräumen oder? Schau dir das an. Okay, haben wir alles wieder sauber gemacht, oder? Immer ist wieder top da. Wenn nie was passiert. Okay, aber was ist jetzt hier los?
Is there anything I've forgotten? Once I leave this floor, I probably won't be able to come back.
Scheiße. Hab ich geahnt. Okay. Jetzt aber. Mit der Zahnbürste, die lasse ich liegen. Scheiß drauf. Ist kein Bock hier alles aufzuräumen.
Power's back. Now I should go down to the lobby. Call the police. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Ich glaube, das ist für die Trophäen ist das relevant. Weil es gibt wohl ein paar Sachen, die man erledigen muss da oben. Keiner da, auch alle abgemurkst.
Montreal Police Service, Station 22.
There's a man dead. He's been murdered. I need the police.
Please stay calm, ma'am. Where are you right now?
The lobby, but the body, it's upstairs.
Can you give me the address, please?
Oh, 1178 Drummond Street.
All right, ma'am. Officers are on their way.
Thank you. just have to wait for the police.
Okay, I wait for the police.
Hey, you're here. I've tried restoring the power, but I think Eugene's the only one with the key to the fuse box, and Sophie? Don't worry, I'll find a way to bring the lights back on. Hey, you look a bit pale. Is everything okay?
I found Mr. Cruz. Hector.
He's back? How's he taking that whole thing with his wife?
You don't understand. I found his body. He's dead, Andrew.
Jesus. Maybe you need to sit down, huh? Did you call the police?
Yeah, they're on their way.
What happened? Was he sick or something?
No, I don't think so. Someone did this to him.
You mean... Jesus. Do you think it could be Paul?
I found something on Hector that would point to that. Yes.
On Hector? You mean... You've touched the body?
I mean, yes. Kind of.
Okay. Not a great idea, but we'll figure something out. Just maybe don't mention that to the police, What did you find?
I found out Hector was trying to get some information on Paul. Plus, we know they fought yesterday, so maybe there was another altercation and Jack wasn't there to intervene this time.
Yeah, maybe it's an accident. Maybe Paul freaked out and fled the scene. He may have spent some time in a psychiatric hospital, but that doesn't mean he's some dangerous psychopath.
What are you saying?
What I mean is... with his history of mental illness, I wouldn't be surprised if the police turned this into a media circus on the dangers of crazy people. And it would give Bernard and his pals all the ammunition they need to fight the construction of the new hospital.
Yeah. I hadn't thought of that.
You know, when I was 19, I studied to be a priest. But... I felt so lost. I couldn't enjoy the things I used to like. I could barely get myself out of bed. So I ended up going to a psychiatric hospital. And the doctors, they helped me get back on my feet. But when I returned to my hometown, it was like I had become a complete stranger. My mother kept telling me I was making it worse in my head, but I swear, people were changing sidewalks when they saw me, looking at me as if I was this dangerous creature all of a sudden. That's why I didn't tell you that...
What?
Call it coincidence or fate, but that psychiatric hospital, it's the same one Paul went to. I've met him there, talked to him a bit. I'm sorry I didn't say anything before.
War
It's
es
okay.
vielleicht,
I get why you didn't.
der ihn abgemurkst hat?
You know how I tell everyone that my mom's sick, bedridden? Well, it's true, but I always leave out the part about her illness not being physical. I'm ashamed of the truth. So even though I don't know exactly what you went through, I can understand.
Thank you for telling me. I know it's not an easy thing to talk about, but if you ever want to talk about your mom, I'm here. They're here.
promise me you'll be careful with the information you share.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Aber wo sind die anderen Angestellten alle?
Miss Roy? Miss Roy? Miss Roy!
Oh, sorry. I was distracted.
I really need you to focus right now. I don't want to be here all night, and I'm sure you don't either.
No. No, I don't.
So, as I was saying, we're trying to ascertain the circumstances of Mr. Cruz's death. Can you tell me how you came to find the body?
I was cleaning room 509 when I heard the elevator bell ring. Again and again and again. I thought maybe a child was playing with the doors, so I went out in the corridor, and that's when I saw him. All the blood and...
Why was the elevator bell ringing?
I'm sorry?
You said you heard the elevator bell ring. Why was it ringing? I assume it wasn't a child after all.
Well, Mr. Cruz's body was preventing the doors from closing.
Really? When we found the body, it wasn't that close to the doors.
Oh, the stairs are blocked because of the renovations, so the elevator's the only way out of the 5th floor. I had no choice but to move the body. Just a little.
Ah, so that explains the traces we found. Thank you for clearing that up. So, what did you do after that?
Well, that's when the power cut. So I had to go to the janitor's closet.
To access the fuse box.
Exactly. I changed a few fuses and turned the power back on.
But there's a lock on that box, isn't there? Did you have the key?
No, I didn't. Only Eugene does. But I thought an ice pick might do the trick, so I went to the ice machine to get one.
You're a size 7, I suppose.
Yes, I am. Why?
What did you see when you went to the ice machine?
There was blood. A lot of it.
Did you touch anything?
I might have touched a few things. Just to figure out what had happened to Mr. Cruz.
Of course you did. Why so many witnesses can't help but compromise the evidence is just beyond me. Anyway, what did you do after restoring the power?
I took the elevator down to the lobby. That's where I called the police.
Do you remember what you said to the operator? The exact words.
No, I'm afraid I don't.
You said, there's a man dead. He's been murdered.
That's possible.
What makes you so sure it was murder?
I've been snooping around the guests' rooms.
I didn't think you'd admit it.
You knew already?
We found pictures of you snooping around.
Oh.
Now, unless you want me to arrest you for violating your guests' privacy, I suggest you tell me everything you know.
All right.
Och man.
We've learned from one of your colleagues that the victim had a fight with a guest named Mr. Spade. What can you tell me about him?
He spent some time in a psychiatric hospital after the war. That's when he got into Mrs. Cruz's novels, and they really helped him.
Yes, I already know about his time in a madhouse. We called the place and they painted quite the picture of him. Did you ever see him display odd behavior in or around the hotel?
No. I mean, we've all got our little quirks, don't we?
Did he seem obsessed with Mrs. Cruz?
A little, maybe, but...
Obsessed enough to kill her husband?
No, nothing like that. We all have our obsessions. Me, for instance. I'm obsessed with celebrities and gossip magazines, and...
You don't seem to understand, Miss Roy. Mr. Spade is not like you and me. He may look like us, but he's not. He's dangerous and needs to be taken off the streets. So tell me, did you ever see him be violent or aggressive?
You're wrong.
I beg your pardon?
He is like us. We all struggle sometimes, some of us more than others, but there's nothing wrong with that.
You may not have noticed, Miss Roy, but neither of us are in an insane asylum right now.
He was brave enough to seek help. That doesn't make him a criminal. That doesn't mean he killed Mr. Cruz.
You know, I'm starting to worry about your own mental state, Miss Roy, since you're so eager to defend—
And I worry about your ability to do your job, Detective, since you seem to be such a—
Enough! One more word, just one more word, and you'll be spending the rest of your night in a cell.
Aha.
Now get the hell out of here. I've had enough of you.
Bernard was strangely chipper on the phone. That can't be a good sign. I
Echt?
guess
Es
we'll
geht
know
noch
soon
weiter?
enough. Let's go see what Bernard wants. The atmosphere is so different in here. It'll probably be a while before the hotel reopens. Without Eugene, the lobby will be a swimming pool by the end of the month. Will the rest of the building even be standing? I'm not going back up there.
Soll ich den nehmen? Hier ist ja nichts.
I'll go empty my locker.
Andrew,
Hey,
are you okay?
I've just been fired.
What? No,
It's okay. I just need some time to process it. I'll be on the mezzanine if you want to join me afterwards.
yeah, okay.
Ah, Miss Roy. Come in. I suppose you know why you're here?
I'm not sure, actually. Your phone call was a bit vague.
Yes, well, I prefer to have this conversation in person. We've been getting a lot of press lately, and not the good kind. I wouldn't expect you to understand the position I'm in, but I assure you, it's quite uncomfortable. To have one's life's work blown away like that. All thanks to some sexual deviance and a nut job. It's obvious to me now that I haven't been firm enough. For guests of such morals to be comfortable booking a few nights here and committing such a horrid act. Things need to change.
Bis zum nächsten
This
Mal,
means
Nicole.
elevating
Viel
our
Spaß auf
standards to
der
the
Arbeit.
highest possible level, and it starts with the people working here. It starts with you.
With me?
Yes. From what I've heard, you've been quite the exemplary maid lately. Clean rooms, satisfied guests.
I take my job very seriously, sir.
As you should. We'll see for the future, but for now, you'll be allowed to continue working here.
Thank you.
I'm not done. The police have finished their investigation and left a mess on the 5th floor. I want you to clean it up.
You want me to go back there?
Yes, why not?
I found a dead body on that floor. I'm not going back.
I'll make this simple for you. If you don't do it, you're fired.
You can't fire me. Because I quit.
Sure. I fire you, you quit. It's all the same to me. Just make sure to empty your locker before the end of the month. That'll be all.
Hey,
Hey,
what a week.
you don't say. So what did Bernard want with you?
Well, he was being kind of a jerk, so I quit.
You what?
I quit. I figured there was no point in staying if you were leaving.
I'm flattered, but that really wasn't necessary.
I think it's for the best. Did Bernard say why he was firing you?
Well, I told him about my time at the psychiatric hospital.
Really?
Yeah. He said that didn't fit with the hotel's standards and showed me the door.
Well, I'm not one bit worried about you. I know you'll be just fine.
Yeah. Hopefully I will be.
Think of all the good times you'll have away from Bernard.
It's funny you should say that, 'cause I was actually thinking I'd like being my own boss. I've had this dream for a while of maybe opening a bookstore.
I can't say I'm surprised.
It just makes so much sense. I'd be able to combine the two things I love most, reading books and helping people. Granted, helping people find books is a far cry from helping them find God, but...
My mom likes to say, there's no job too small. Plus, just by the way you're talking about it, it's obvious it'd make you happy. And that's what really matters, I think.
Yeah, you're right. Thank you. I'm really glad I have you in my life.
Me too. Can I?
Kiss me?
Yes.
Ich check's dir ein.
Please do.
That was...
Yeah, it was.
Das war's? Okay. Oh, eine goldene Trophäe.
What do you think will happen to them?
Who?
Sorry, my mind wanders sometimes. I meant Paul, Anne, and Marcella. Do you think they'll be released?
What do you think?
I don't know. I wish they'd get a happy ending, but I'm not sure it's that kind of story.
I'd like to believe it is. I think Paul becomes a famed photographer. He gets his own studio and decorates it like a hotel bathroom. As for Anne and Marcella, they move in together. But they keep leaving each other notes in the vents. You know, for old time's sake.
I like it. Maybe you should write that.
Maybe I will.
Selber Ferkel. Bibi wieder, Maurice. Wer sonst? eine Trophäe. Und noch eine. So, da haben wir es. Geschafft in 4, 5 Stunden, glaube ich. Ich glaube, Michi, das könnte eine Platin sein. Nicht so leicht, sehr zeitintensiv, aber es könnte eine Platin sein. Ja, das war's. Für 18 Euro. 10, 11, 12, das wäre was gewesen, ja. Aber 18? Weiß ich nicht. Weiß ich nicht. Lass mal schauen, was es noch gäbe an Trophäen. Oh, schau mal, nur 30%. Was? 34? Uiuiui. Okay, das ist am Anfang. Do as bad as your acolyte. Okay. No one was fired by burn. Echt jetzt? Eieiei, da gibt's ja 20 Enden. Prison. Eieiei. Das gibt's doch nicht. 200 Enden oder was? Seit Steppert. Ja, nee. Nee, nee, nee. Das mache ich nicht nochmal mit. Gut, dann müssen wir jetzt nur noch mal was finden. Wo habe ich die denn gefunden? PlayStation Indies. Nee, auf Indie habe ich keinen Bock. Halloween, spare bis zu 80%. Ja, da muss ich mal durchschauen. Devil in me. Kingdom Club. Ja, da muss ich mal schauen. Ich hatte noch mal irgendeins gefunden. Für schmalen Taler. Ah, warum schreibe ich mir das auch nie auf? 3,23. 68 Gigabyte, ist klar. Am Arsch. Ich hatte irgendwo noch mal... Irgendwo hatte ich noch mal eingesehen. Aber eigentlich mag ich solche investigativen Spiele. Wie heißen die? Krimis, oder? Immer der Sammelkram, ja, das stimmt. Kann man hier Krimis eingeben? Weißt, wo man so... Scotland Yard. Hier 4,33. Ah, nee, das ist doch ein Brettspiel mal gewesen. Schade, dass es sowas nicht gibt. Überleb in diesem Horrorspiel, weil du dabei von Erinnerungen gequält wirst. Bei dem du alte Freunde triffst und versuchst, Mordanschläge zu überleben. Ausgewählt um den Seiten mit der Schauer. Ja, ich schau mal durch. Ja, wir haben jetzt mal was anderes gezockt. Meine Playlist auf YouTube ist nun ein bisschen ausgereift. Wir haben ja auch noch Dino Crisis und wir haben auch noch Tomb Raider. Glaube, ich werde das mal auf... Ich werde das auch noch mal in den Community-Tab packen, dann könnt ihr selber abstimmen, ob wir Tomb Raider weitermachen oder Dino Crisis starten. Ja, so machen wir das. 2 Stunden 16, ja, das passt. Ich wollte jetzt noch kurz einen Happen essen, ein bisschen Jackson und dann Bubu machen. Ich habe letzte Nacht wieder ziemlich schlecht geschlafen. Vielleicht ein paar Stunden, 2, 3 Stunden oder so. Golem wäre doch noch mal was. Mag, echt. Das ist so ein Scheißspiel. Und so langweilig. Also wirklich arschlangweilig. Da passiert ja gar nichts. Ja, ich pack's mal in den Community-Tab. Gell? Dann könnt ihr selber abstimmen. Sollte so in einer halben Stunde verfügbar sein, dann schaut's da gerne vorbei und dann könnt ihr abstimmen, was wir als nächstes machen. Okay? Mach mal so. Dann danke ich euch fürs Dabeisein. Wie immer, Leute, herzlichen Dank. Hat mich sehr gefreut, dass wir auch mal was anderes gezockt haben. Und wir, ja, wir sehen uns höchstwahrscheinlich morgen Abend wieder, wenn ihr mögt. Na? Und schön abstimmen. Danke für den Stream. Dabei schlafe ich immer ein beim Jackson. Okay. Ja. Wenn es nicht aufregend genug ist, dann schläft man da ein, ja. Also, haut's rein. Bis morgen, wenn ihr mögt. Servus.